and the Cowboys on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Falcons very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. Returnable here from the 38. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
So no advantage in this game for either quarterback in terms of coming off that open week, huh?
Yeah, they both had buys.
Both had them, so you got to figure both of them went back, watched some extra tape, polished up their game, checked out their fundamentals. But they also both had an extra week to prepare for each other's defenses. This could be a whole lot of fun.
You look at this Cowboy defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I won't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The Falcons at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, fourth and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up fourth and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to Robinson now on first down. And a short gain down to about the 33. Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy. And
coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards, first down Atlanta.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. 2nd down and 8. They're going to look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling to an okay game.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Lamb's first catch of the game. Good for a first down. Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete here. Now you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
This now a 3rd and 4. Prescott now from the 50. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it, looking at 4th and less than a yard. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be...
He's got a man, complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. Rashad Bateman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Prescott now. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Now Dillon on the inside give. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A short one here, caught by McBride. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Prescott. He'll dump this down to Dillon. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Trey McBride from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Aubrey good with a PAT. That'll make our score 14-7. So that was an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. He's already approaching 100 yards and has the touchdown. I'm sure on that opposite sideline right now, they're scratching their heads saying, all right, what do we do?
And the hard part is, even if you limit him to a short catch, does that make you miss ability to take it for big yardage and put in the end zone again? So trying to blanket him is very difficult, but ultimately, you've got to find a way to put him on the ground, tackle him, and he doesn't make that easy.
They're struggling with that so far. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. 2nd and 10. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
He got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. He'll drop to throw. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. It's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Delivers on the crosser to McBride. Touchdown, Cowboys! Trey McBride. The game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Falcons offense set to go. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. On play action, they'll throw. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 3rd and 19. Back to throw here. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They're going to look for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're going to try and throw. And this is caught at the 20. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Aubrey now for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, where you see the final score there. DJ Chark, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, let's head to Philly to see what's happening with the Eagles. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Jalen Hurts leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And finally, on Monday Night Football, they've got a good one.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A former Minnesota Golden Gopher, Rashad Bateman, leading this offense back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. tough one there. First drive in the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to... even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
Meanwhile, Dax throw pulled in by Toby. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Dillon will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they help their defense out as well.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This will be taken in just shy of the goal line. Fair catch will move this out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That one was tipped in the air and became almost a 50-50 ball. No one came up with it, so it turned into an incompletion. But remember, on the previous drive, he threw an interception. I think that one almost caused a well, not almost. I think that one caused a mental flashback for everyone. Threw the pick before. Could this turn into a second one? And how would that alter the game for him?
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball. One immediately.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now Vaughn, toss left side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
To throw is Prescott. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Taken from just outside the 30. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Falcon football. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 68 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Dillon now off the option. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Prescott to throw it. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back to Dillon on first down. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. On the draw, it's Vaughn. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It's taken to the 26. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much.
Absolutely just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. I'm so used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
He'll look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They'll check this down, complete to Dillon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. And just not a particularly confident throw there. That one, it had a lot of air under it.
And the fact that it was thrown out toward the sideline, the ball seemed to hang up there forever. That's one that you go to bed dreaming about as a defender because that's about as easy as they come.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling out to the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing, Prescott. He's got his man, it's Gallup. And getting this just shy of midfield, they spotted at the 49. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Mills used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity. Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
2nd and 6. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patches, I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Hard throw, incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give him some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
They'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game-tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all of those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. To throw, Prescott.
And incomplete on the deep ball. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throws.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Dillon up the middle.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Yeah, here now come the Falcons.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Brings up 2nd down 5 at the 18-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down and 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
This is Robinson. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
They're going to look to throw.
That's going deep for Bateman. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Here's Dak.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fair catch called for and taken, so the ball brought up to the 25 to begin this overtime session.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Now a first throw here in overtime.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Looking to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll look to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Back to throw again.
That's going deep for Bateman. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, if that's on target, this game's over. He let him just a little bit too much. And if they don't go on to win this one, that's a play that will be discussed around the city and on talk shows all week long.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he's brought to the ground after a gain of 7, 5 more than he needed on 4th and 2. Option play. Here's Robinson.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Well, he can be alone to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
They'll set up a throw. incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can.
And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
So a win here for the Falcons, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, just a tremendous game throwing the football. Over 400 yards passing, 3 touchdowns.